Yeah, so it's right around 1 p.m. on Friday, April 26th, 2024. I actually had an appointment for a research study this afternoon that I had to cancel due to some severe disruptions here in this unit over the past few hours that have prevented me from being able to do what I need to do in this unit and get going as I need to. Those issues are water related. There has been no heat, and there are rodents in the unit right now. There's also a tremendous amount of constant smoke and fumes coming from the bathroom that is located behind my shower stall and behind my toilet. There's also someone in that bathroom who likes to use some type of remote capacity electronic assault device on me while I try to use the facilities in my bathroom, most frequently when I'm on the toilet, but also when I try to use the shower. This person has been doing that since 2017, meaning that that person's tendency predates the tendency of the sex offender in Unit 88 or the violent thug directly below in 76. It's not those two individuals, presumably, who are engaging in this use of some type of remote capacity electronic assault device because it started happening before they moved in. I mean, maybe they are, but it wasn't them at the beginning. Right now, even as I'm making this video, there's an insane amount of marijuana smoke coming from my bathroom. It's not coming from the hallway. I've been out in the hallway multiple times over the last few hours to take out some recycling, rinse my hands, and the fumes are not from the hallway. They're from somebody who's in the bathroom 78. I keep saying that. It's coming from the area of the premises of Unit 78. So there is a double wall separating my shower stall from the living space of Unit 78. That wall is about 2 feet wide. You see it as soon as you walk into 78. This is like a giant, fat, 2-foot wide wall that obviously has some kind of a closet in it. And I was informed by maintenance a couple of years ago that that wall has the plumbing to my bathroom located inside of it, as well as the plumbing to Unit 78's bathroom. So there's a lot of plumbing inside that wall, and the wall is located inside the living space of Unit 78. The smoke and fumes are constantly coming from the area of that double wall that is separating my bathroom, again, from the living space of Unit 78. The bathroom of Unit 78 is located separately behind the wall of my kitchen sink and behind the wall of my toilet. That's where the smoke and fumes are constantly coming from. So I've had to cancel my plans for today. It was a research study that I was going to get paid to participate in. Now I'm not participating in it. Also, I've spent the last few hours contacting legal services in Boston. My landlord currently has a case against my tenancy that is illegal, retaliatory, and prejudicial, and it is open and shut to prove the illegality of that case. Landlords cannot evict you on the basis of certain demographics and certain protected activities that you might engage in, and that is the law. It doesn't matter how corrupt a judge might be, how corrupt a legal system might be. The law is the law. The law stands, right? And a perfect example of this is Harvey Weinstein. Is Harvey Weinstein a bad guy? I don't know. I don't know him personally, right? But a lot of people say he is. So he has a reputation as a bad guy. It doesn't mean he did anything wrong. It just means that a lot of people think he did, and what people think and what actual facts are often two different things. But Mr. Weinstein is currently being exonerated from all previous charges against him because the judge in his trial did not do things correctly. Therefore, the law stands, regardless of whether Mr. Weinstein actually committed any crimes or not. The judge misconduct in Mr. Weinstein's case invalidates his current conviction on certain charges. So, as you can see here, Mr. Weinstein was convicted a number of years ago for raping women and doing all kinds of other horrible things. And these women testified in court against him. I mean, they verified that he violated them in multiple ways. However, Mr. Weinstein's conviction has been overturned because the judge in that case made some mistakes. So, even if Mr. Weinstein did something bad, the judge violated the law, and the law always stands. This case right here is proof that the law always stands. The Greenville Group's case against me is a violation of the law. It is an illegal, prejudicial, discriminatory case that is partly based on my disability. This case is illegal. The law always stands. Do you see where I'm going with this? So even though they have a team of, I'm assuming, fairly experienced attorneys working for them and a judge that is very clearly on their side, they will not win. They might initially get things to go in their favor, but ultimately, if those things that go in their favor violate the law, they will not stand. You can always get another judge. You can always get another hearing. You can always get another trial. And Harvey Weinstein's case is proof of that. That is a huge case. Thousands of women basically, his case sparked the Me Too movement, where thousands of women, if not tens of thousands of women, came forward after Mr. Weinstein was accused of rape and other crimes, because these other women had also experienced similar things from other men, maybe not Mr. Weinstein himself, but they experienced rape, aggression, sexual harassment, all kinds of horrible treatment from men, similar to what Mr. Weinstein committed against his actual victims. So Mr. Weinstein verifiably broke the law. However, because the law was not followed in the proceedings of his trial, his case is overturned. His conviction on crimes that he verifiably committed, according to all of the witnesses that came forward, is overturned. Why? Because the law always stands. Do you see what I'm saying here? And the law will stand in my case as well. It might not stand immediately because right now the judge in this case is prejudiced, very evidently so. However, there are other judges and there are laws that protect citizens, such as Mr. Weinstein, from the misapplication of the law or ignoring the law, right? Whatever the judge in this case did, he ignored the law or he misapplied the law or whatever. You cannot bend the rules and have things work out. You cannot ignore evidence and have things work out, because evidence will always come forward eventually. Evidence will always surface or resurface if it is squashed. I have evidence right now that completely discredits this landlord's case against me, but that evidence was not heard at the last hearing because the judge didn't want it to be heard. So, people can tap dance on the grave of my tenancy right now, which apparently they're doing outside, based on the screaming and shouting freaks that are standing on the sidewalk right now, blasting music and shouting and shouting and shouting. They've been doing that for about an hour and a half now. I don't know what's going on out there. But again, my faith is in the law, and the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts protect disabled individuals such as myself from illegal retaliatory action on the part of their on the part of their landlord. And also it protects people who file complaints against their landlords from being retaliated against by that same landlord. So as long as these laws remain in place, the landlord's case against my tenancy does not stand a chance. Just like Harvey Weinstein's, his conviction did not stand a chance due to the misapplication of the law by the judge in that case, or possibly the bending of the rules by the judge, in spite of the fact that Mr. Weinstein verifiably committed crimes. So again, the law is the law. Will Mr. Weinstein be reconvicted of his crimes? Nobody knows, because there is a new trial being scheduled at this time. And the new trial could have a different set of conditions, different jury, different witnesses maybe. So, it is what it is, but the law, once again, stands. And if a judge makes decisions that are not in accordance with the laws, then that case sooner or later will not be valid. It will be invalidated. So there we go. I mean, I have faith in the law. I do not have faith in judges. I do not have faith in the legal system, but the law is the law. And the laws are written pretty much in stone, unless they get overturned for whatever reason. And then you have to have an act of Congress to do that, either at the federal level or at the state level. You can't just ignore the laws and pretend like they don't exist. You can misinterpret them, or you can interpret them to your advantage, But ultimately, that interpretation is simply that and can be argued and appealed. So there we go. Any interpretation of the law that is not in alignment with that law can be appealed and ultimately overturned.